Hi everyone, this is Jeff Kirby, the Philly mummer costumer with JMK Costuming and Show Design. And what I want to talk to you about today is cutting a mummer's jacket. And for any costumer out there, I imagine it would be the same for any type of jacket that you're cutting. The reason I want to share this with you is because I'm a self-taught costumer. I did work for a famed costumer for a season and a half. I learned a lot from him as far as how to build a costume, how to do overlays, but I didn't learn how to fit a suit at the time. So when I got into this costuming business, I had to learn how to fit costumes on my own. It was a bit of a struggle. It took some time, but now what I hear every year from different mummers is it's the most comfortable suit that they've ever worn. And we're talking about mummers who have been parading since the 50s and 60s. So what I want to do is share this process with you in case this is something you want to do at some point down the line on your own. Or again, if you're just a costumer out there who's not involved with the mummers, maybe you can learn a little bit here as well. It was very difficult for me to find some information on this to get it right. I finally was able to connect some dots, and now we've got a great process going. And that's a benefit of getting your mummer costumes with JMK. We cut for the individual. A lot of costumers in the mummers, it's a high output industry, so everybody's looking for speed. So what will happen often is suits will get lumped into a category, and that's why you'll hear people say, oh, my jacket, it's too big, it's too small. You're getting lumped into a category. Here at JMK, we fit you as an individual. We do not lump suits together. We look at your measurements and we cut for you. We take the time to do that, and all of our suits are handcrafted, hand cut. We don't use machines to cut. Everything is done by hand with a pair of scissors. It's a good old-fashioned way, and we take a lot of pride in that. So what I want to do is give you a peek at our process into cutting a mummer jacket. So what we have here is our basic jacket front pattern. This is how we start every jacket. You see, this is the medium front, and over here we've got a medium back, okay? And then we've got the same type of thing for large, extra large, all the way up to whatever we need to make it into. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here, this is your center front. This is where your chest would be, and actually you can see here where it says in 1¼ inch. So this is where your zipper is going to be, okay? This gets folded, this part of the fabric gets folded back. You've got your zipper here. This is your neck, okay? This is your neck hole. This is your shoulder, and this is your sleeve. This is obviously down your side, okay? Now what we do, our patterns are all built with a 20-inch neck, which you see here. Hopefully that'll focus, maybe not. But I've labeled these things so you can see it. We adjust the neck here. If it's going to 18, we decrease. If it's going to 22, 26, we increase. With the mummer jacket, we do build a little bigger because the parade's on New Year's Day, so we want to make sure that the people wearing these jackets can kind of bulk up in clothing underneath to stay warm. So what we'll do is we go by chest measurement, and that will decide what size jacket you're going to wear. We'll then look at your neck measurement. I like to give about 2 extra inches in the neck. So if you've got a 16-inch neck, you're going to get an 18-inch neck on your jacket. I figure out the length, and this is where we determine the length. So what we'll do is we'll measure down around your belly button, and then we'll give an extra about 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches, and then maybe a little more depending on if there's going to be a peplum or not on the jacket you're wearing. Okay, this stays. We don't touch this, and then here we adjust your waist size. Okay, so depending on the body style, you may have a wider waist than a chest. We might be bringing this in, but again, we cut for the individual. From there, what we do is we take our measurements, okay? This is called the outseam. This is the line that's on the side of your body, right under your armpit. We have to keep this measurement, all right? And we have to keep the waist measurement. and everything is in 4s. So if you've got let's say a 40 waist, jacket that we're doing, you're going to be 10 inches here, okay? This flips over like this. You'll have another 10 here. So that gives you 20 inches across the front, 20 inches across the back. So again, we have to write our side seam down, what we end up with a side seam, and we've got to write our waistline down, okay? We trace that, get our numbers. Then we come over here to the back. We trace this out. So again, here's your neck, 20 inch. We adjust here at the neck to make it smaller. Here's your armhole. Here's your side seam. We know our waist size, right? So we said that was going to be 10 inches. So over here, this is your center back. We're going to go over 10 inches. All right? And then you've got to add a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on this side. So now your 10 inches is now 11 inches. And then what I'll do is I'll put a mark on the fabric and draw a line. Then I look at that side seam. We're back on the front. I'll look at that side seam number that we had, okay? I come over here, I match here, and all I do is let's say a 16 inch side seam. I'll come down on the ruler to 16. I'll put the point of the ruler here, and I'll just roll this around until this point hits that waistline that we just marked. And then your back is done. We draw a line across, just like that. We cut, and there's the back of your jacket. And they get sewn up. So I hope that was a little helpful. Like I said, if you want to get into costuming, that's kind of a crash course of how to cut a mummer jacket. I wanted to share that with you because that took a little bit of time for me to get right, for me to get exactly right. And now we've got a way. We will never change it. Everything's working out perfectly. So keep following us. Hit the like, hit the follow. We're going to keep bringing you tips and tricks. And we're going to keep getting you behind the scenes of mummer costuming and mummer show design. All right. Thanks. Take care.